Are we live?
We are live. Hello and welcome to our new Monday live stream. Right now here, on the middle of nowhere from Cologne, Germany. And this is your host for tonight, Philo. Hello and welcome.
Hello, Philo.
Hey, you have to come closer to me. So hello and welcome together. So we are here again for a new live stream, but we are not in the Karchak main station. We are here in my studio. So yeah, Paul, and you are here. Can't believe that
I'm here. I'm actually here.
So we have 4 people there watching. Hello at all. So
I should get my phone so I can read chats as well. Let me just load up.
We can put it here.
Very professional.
Very professional.
Very professional.
Or I can also do it here. So we will do a little fun session with Paul and me together. You can ask questions, Paul. You can see here the chat as well. Look, here's the chat.
That's great. There we go. I don't need to look at my phone.
You have glasses, so
I was going to use this as an excuse to send text messages to people.
Okay.
Because now I can't.
So yeah, it's cool. It's very spontaneously idea.
Hey Frank, how you doing? Sorry
to do a live talk. In the German one, we have a young Logemann, very good musician and amazing guy. So now I have the second amazing guy here. So great to have you here.
Oh, why
you are living in my house?
You said I have to clean the floors with a brush, yeah?
Yeah, we have to clean the floors. No, we are here because we're working together.
Yes, we are.
But Paul is a good friend, a business partner, and my consultant. One of my consultants with Rainer and with Sven. So greetings to all the other guys. What do we do today? No idea.
Today?
Yeah, what do we do?
On the live?
Yeah,
I don't know. I think we can talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. So if you want to put some topics down, get some opinions from both me and Philo, you can hear what we think about different things, what we think about certain tricks maybe. You could say, what do you think of this trick or this method or this style?
Yeah.
Maybe
this is good. And because
I say no.
In the live stream, I showed a lot of times your books, but it's cool to have you here in real life, like a person, and we have some books.
That's me.
That's you.
That's
the
me.
Book
Like this.
I want to speak a little bit about this beauty. It's first. Is it available?
It's available.
So this is available, and you get it on heKnows.co.uk. Wow! So
so seamless.
For the story behind, Paul is a full-time professional mentalist, a consultant, and he's a book writer, and you write, I think, more than 30 books.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah. So I don't even know how many. I've written that many books on mentalism.
Yeah.
I don't know myself how many.
Okay, but that means you have less friends than I have.
Yeah, well, it's difficult to get less than 0, but I have managed it.
Yeah, you get all the time messages from people that don't contact me anymore. I have no idea who they are. But
but just don't bother.
Yeah, like when you go to the supermarket.
I need to. Yeah, well, I'm always in the supermarket. Let's just check. Who are your biggest inspirations when it comes to mentalism? That's a really good one.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Yeah, it's a good one because it's difficult to answer. It's going to make me think. There's lots of different. There's no one inspiration, but I think when I remember watching Max Maven's Video Mind series and just thinking, wow, that's really good, and I need to try it. And the same with some of Banachek's, but the Video Mind series with Max Maven and Banachek's Psi series. That's what it was, and they were just so good, so full of usable material that didn't require too much skill, but that's the great thing about mentalism. It's not necessarily about doing knuckle busting difficult slides. It's about engaging with the audience, making people feel an emotion in a specific way. I mean, it doesn't have to always be that deep, but sometimes it's cool that you can play around with those feelings and emotions.
Yeah, you have the possibility to go deep in feelings and to control something. It's very cool. It's fun. You can go for an easy one like you have something like a sweat pad or something like that, and okay, look at it, and boom, like very direct. What I did in the television, because this is also a point. People ask me later, yeah, but why you performed on her, like performed, and why you go like straight forward. It was only, okay, think of a two-digit number, boom, and the reveal. And because what the cool thing is on mentalism, when you have skeptical people, it's not necessary to go deep in some routine. So it's like, okay, you're a skeptic, give me a two-digit number. Okay, no, I know it. Well, bang. It's like, showing your.
It's a quick heckle stopper. It really is.
It's great. But you can also go. It's like when we work with Mark together, and he's not a mind reader, and it's weird for him for feeling to work with two mind readers on a comedy show. But this one routine with the cube, so it's very, very deep, and he can handle it. So it's very cool.
But even with the Sven pad, even with that, like we get it, you can get a whole routine out of a Sven pad.
Yeah.
Or equally, you can just make it really quick. But that depends on what you're trying to do. It's a tool. I think that's the interesting thing. When I watched those videos that I mentioned earlier. They were VHS back in the day as well, so you could tell the good bits, because if you get my VHS of like Max Maven's Video Mind, if you watch it, when you watch the old ones, when you pause things and go back and pause it and go back, it destroys it a little bit on the VHS. So if you watch the VHSs, I know the bits that were really interesting to me because they degrade. It's like you're watching it, it's like, oh, okay, I've destroyed that tape by watching it too many times.
Yeah.
It wasn't also just mentalism videos that happened to when I was younger, but that's a different conversation altogether.
Yeah, we can more keep going, but a good question. And
very good question.
I think
let's see, what else do we have? Also, what are your favorite own and other releases that you strongly recommend looking into?
Please say the trick was never ending.
The never ending story trick.
I think this is a cool thing. What gives a special connection between you and me?
Yeah.
Because when I meet Paul first time in person, and I was a huge fan of his work, so I know him from the lectures. A wonderful at the table lecture.
Oh, thank you.
Very, 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 very good for workers, and that's what I appreciate on Paul, because I'm a worker and he has some method what is quick and dirty. Yes. Like for specialized in conventions or what is it? Trade shows. And this trick, I think this is one of the best things.
The one that we worked on together?
Yeah, the idea was, Paul, I love this trick. Can I translate it for you? And now it's different.
It's just become this beast of a trick. And when it does get released, and it will get released at some point, it will, won't it? It will. Maybe 10 years time or so, when we're old men and we're 80. And
do you think it's possible that you can perform this trick on me?
Right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course I can, but then we can't show it. So I don't think it'll be too interesting, but it's very good.
Cool. Yeah, it's very cool. Maybe we'll find a way that we can share this. But this is one of my favorite routines of you, and a lot of other.
I think the question was, what was my favorite one?
Okay, sorry,
not you, Philo.
Yeah, okay. I'm here.
If we're talking stage or close up, it all depends. But on stage, one of my favorite routines to do is a routine of mine called the Sneaky Rogue, which is my take on a sneak thief routine. Mm-hmm. And essentially, it's the standard sneak thief plot, Larry Becker. But instead of just people drawing or writing whatever they want, I ask the audience to think of something they've done in their life that is illegal or immoral. So it's either something that's it would be frowned upon, or something that is outright illegal. And then I say to them, when you have something, stand up. They all stand up where they are. And then I now say, you have to think of how you could draw this within, say, 10 seconds. And that's the bit where people start to panic. You're thinking of something they've done wrong, easy. Thinking of how they could draw this, if I give them 10 seconds, that's the difficult part. And then I throw a paper ball out into the audience, boom, boom, boom. 5 people come and join me. They do the drawings. I do a standard sneak thief routine there. But the great thing is the drawings, when you show them, are funny because people can't draw. So, most people can't draw well. So, and especially with 10 seconds, even if you're an artist, 10 seconds is not long enough. So if they have stolen something, it may be a little picture of a stick man with like something under the arm, and they're stealing something. So you do the routine, and when you finish with the routine, of course you have, as with the standard sneak thief, one card left, and to match that to the person, it's definitely the person. So I then do a drawing reveal to match. But then here's the cool thing. That ball that was thrown around the audience to pick them, it's a paper ball and it's scrunched up. And give me a crime. What crime have you committed?
Like a pickpocket.
A pickpocket. And you would open up the ball and inside it would say, the last person is a pickpocket. And that's the ball that's been thrown around.
In which book is this written down?
That one is in Certified Mentalism, but only the special edition. That one, only the special edition.
For all the people who don't want to see it. Well, you can see
yeah, you
I will
can get
search it because in my library.
I'll say why it's a good routine. In my opinion, here it is.
This is, by the way, this is my second one because I have no idea where's the first one. What I get, and you sent me a new one. This is very good. So this is the book. It's available.
It's available.
So it's available. And let me go for this routine. I want to see it here.
It's at which one?
The sneaky
the sneaky rogue. Rogue. That's like a thief in the night.
So
wearing a black hoodie.
Why you choose this routine on site 19? Is there a reason?
And number
page,
19.
Page.
No, it's not page 19. It's chapter 19.
Okay.
It's page 223. There we go.
223.
And if you want to see more of me teaching Philo how to read books, please tune in next week at the same time.
So here we are. So I will show every side right now, and what you do later, snap, so you don't have to pay. So it's a good idea.
Yeah. It's good for the Chinese websites. Yeah, for sure. They love it. They love this stream.
Oh, that's good.
So the reason why I like this routine, first of all, as a worker, it literally only requires some pieces of paper and a pen, and the audience is what makes it special. But secondly, that's the other reason why I like it. The audience makes it special. Every time, if you're doing the same routine time and time again, it can get really boring. But every single time you perform that, you have 5 different people with 5 different crimes. And especially if you're doing a corporate event where they are... they're literally with their bosses. They don't want to talk about crime, so it makes it even more intriguing. The audience are really watching. They want to know, what did Angela do? What did she do over there that was so bad? And they're watching because they know that they can joke about this when it comes to Monday again, when it's time to work. So, but it's just a fun routine, and I really dearly love it. The method is so simple. You don't need to worry about the method. So it's all about the presentation. It's all about having fun with the people, listening to them, actually engaging with them. I thought you were going to say something then.
No. I read because I'm blind.
Oh, sorry. There you go. Now I'm blind. The camera is
I'm drunk. No, I'm drunk.
So that's the reason why I like it so much. But that's the stage routine that I like. But I have close-up routines that are my favorites.
When you was here, you remember in November, I think we did this wonderful workshop here. You showed also a very nice routine with a clipboard and a book test and something like that. But it's very, very cool.
Also in this book.
It's also in this book. So this is a book what is really, really special. And we spoke in the last couple of months a lot of time on your books because I'm a huge fan of your mentalism, and that's why we're working great together, I think so. But I'm happy that you are also working on my show. And by the way, he works more on my show than I work on my show.
Naturally. You don't hire people to do less work than you. This guy, he can't read a book. He doesn't know how to hire people and get them to work.
No, but I have a huge Nerf gun here, so
he has a very large Nerf gun, and size matters. It really, really matters.
Yeah.
Do you want to get your big Nerf gun out for the people at home?
Maybe later we can make a little review show about my Nerf guns.
My Nerf gun's only small.
Yeah, this is a small, but this
is just one hand. Your one, you need both hands to hold your Nerf gun. Big loads come out of it.
So, today is a very special live stream. We joking, we have fun, and we hanging out. I love this kind of thing. So
it's chill. It's full. It feels like we're all having a conversation, and that's the best thing, right?
Let's go on the chat, and maybe we have more.
I need to catch up on. Let's have a look. Frank says, I love Paul's books. Thank you, Frank. Frank actually came to the workshop. And Frank, you shared some great ideas. It was really, really nice to have you there. So thank you. And just a lovely person.
You're a very good liar.
Hey, Klaus. Yeah, I know. Just deadpan. Klaus, there we go. Besjespat als nie. Hello.
Yeah.
Translate.
Günther. Okay. I have to translate.
This one.
He comes too late, but better late than never. So
yeah. No, it's not. You come on time or you get out of here. Get out of here. Hello again, folks. Mentalist on a shoestring. Thank you very much. Thank you very much as well for doing. He did a lovely review. He did a lovely review after the Card Shark stream last time.
Yeah.
And any info on index work and impression pads? Well, what would you like to know first? The index work or the impression pad?
When we
work on both.
I tell you the truth. When we go on impression pad, then I bring all. I have here maybe 20 for sure.
It's an obsession.
But I can show you also some bad impression pads. No problem.
Why are you looking at me when you say that?
No, let's go first for whatever. It's your stream.
Index, right, let's say index. I really like the Stealth Assassin for the index. Most people only use the Stealth Assassin for the peak section, but the peak section can also be indexed. There's the little bit on the left-hand side.
Yeah. For me, it's Switch 1.
Switch 1 is also very, very good.
Christian Gray's tool, and also the Switch, what he teaches is amazing.
Do you know what? I think Switch 1... I've got Switch 1, but I got it after the pandemic, right? So I haven't had a chance to work it yet. I'm just... Because it's like you use the thing you used to, but I need to... I've just reminded... Well, you've reminded me that I need to use that more, because Switch 1 has this great feature where it looks like a regular wallet, but if you fold it back on itself, it locks with magnets. So when you put it on your inside pocket,
that's great.
You have an index that is like fixed there, or you could fix it to a chair or something.
Yeah.
And it has a massive indexing capacity.
Yeah, it's great. It's amazing.
What I would say with indexes is you don't necessarily need a big index. It's not the size, it's what you do with it that counts. And it's so true with indexes. I have a routine that I shared at the workshop called Snapperazzi, and it uses just five pieces of paper. But the impact is, because of the story involved, has much more impact. It's fun, and there's a way that I can make it seem to the audience.
And it fooled me. There was a part of the routine what comes like a surprise, so it's great.
Yeah. Huh. I didn't know that.
I missed the tutorial
nice.
Because I was preparing the food for everybody. So
this is why it fooled him. He walked in at the end and he just saw the reveal. He didn't see the switch. So yeah, there's a way to make it seem like you have you can double all of your indexes, all of your indexing potential options by using some key phrasing. So you just the way you word things. That's good if you're into cards, playing cards. Colossal Killer. For many years, when I still used playing cards, Colossal Killer I would always do, but I did it differently to most people. So if you are doing Colossal Killer, I won't give away the secret. It's Kenton's, but the corner, I wouldn't keep the whole card. I would just cut literally. If this is a playing card, it's not, but I would just cut just this piece, so you just see the value and the suit, and I would have an index of those in my wallet. And I would say to them, not every card. I'd say I'm going to help you. I'm going to guide you to what was my lucky card once in a card game. It wasn't a red card, so now I only have to index for black. And I say,
this is very, very good for going on Equivoke where you need only...
You reduce the options down massively, because the first few choices
wow.
on Equivoke
amazing
are the hardest. So like, if you can get a few options out, great.
This is great. Don't like which cards coming out of the box, the red ones, the black ones. Instead
I'm helping you.
It's better. Like, look, my favorite card, it wasn't a red card. And later the people think, okay, it was a free choice of 52.
Yeah, but then you get this.
Yeah, but you can mark it in the end. They look at there was a chance of 52 cards.
Well, do you know what the difference was when I used to have all of the options in the wallet in the Stealth Assassin? When I gave them an option of everything, they could choose black or red, and I would equivocate. They would down to black. They would always assume that they could name anything. But when you guide them a little bit, they don't think that it's that impossible. They feel like there's a process involved. It feels like it's more authentic because it's not too impossible.
It's not too
unbelievable.
It's not too perfect. So this is very important point of view in the mentalism. So when I do my book test, where there's a lot of things happening, I have also a lot of mistakes in this really mistakes, and it's
not scripted.
And it's so important.
It is.
It is so important. Absolutely.
Because if they, like for example, if anyone in a book test writes C as in to see, I always write the C like waves, and then I just get it wrong, and I go, it was close because it sounds similar. But that's the kind of thing the audience then now, instead of you proving it, the audience is now thinking, no, he did get that. That yeah, it's close enough. Like they're the ones making the leap. You're not putting them into that position. They're going there of their own will. And if you can make them go there on their own will, or seemingly on their own will, that's way more impressive for them anyway.
Great.
Yeah. Let's have a look. Here we go. What else do we have? Impression pads. I could talk about.
Yeah, impression pad.
Yeah, I didn't talk about that. I have my own impression pad that I make. That I was supposed to bring one for you, and it's a Blackpool, and I forgot.
I know, but there's more because I'm a huge fan since yesterday of something what is not impression.
It's a peak.
It's a peak, but it's very good. And I get also here over there. I get thank you to Premium Magic Shop. They sent me the Apex wallet. What is also a peak wallet, but I recommend all the time the Parapad, and I use the foil on white business on blank cards like that. And I have a stack of them, and it's organic, so I use all the foil on a card like that. You can put it in a card box. You can make a post-it note. Use the card box like a table, and you get the peak later. So, but Parapad, because no electronic, and I love electronic. I love it.
Yes,
but the Parapad, it's brilliant.
It's low tech.
It's low tech.
Yeah. So it's low tech.
But I will bring some stuff to where we can
play
around.
We got toys. Toys are incoming.
Yeah, toys are incoming. So
bring the Nerf gun as well. He's got this massive Nerf gun, I promise you. Let's have a look. So impression pads. I like. I have a variation of the impressionable mind board that was released by James Biss, which was a magnetic board of some description that I can't really go into using a special substance, and I have my own version of that. So it's kind of like the Boomer board, if anyone knows the Boomer board.
So this is the Parapad. What you get also on our website. And the peak looks like that. So they write something here. So this way they write something here. It's away. You get it back. You close it. And you're done. So
it's nice.
It's nice. It's cool. It's all the time in my case. Absolute. It's brilliant. So let's go for a little bit stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm a huge fan from Labco. So I can recommend the
Mindbuster.
The Mindbuster
Pocket. Is it Pocket Edition? Palm.
So I don't want to go deep in.
Were you palming that?
No. But the size.
See it was sticking out of his hand.
The size is.
It's comparable. It really is.
It's just the Parapad. So look, it's not
like if we get a normal size wallet, that's like a standard size wallet that fits in your pocket. I mean, it is only a tiny bit bigger.
Yeah.
Only a tiny bit bigger.
It's Absolutely. This is a device what I use in my professional shows because of the distance range and of everything. It works great.
Reliability.
Absolutely. CERN is beautiful. So Labco has the products of Labco. They have different things: clipboards, the Palm, the Pro, bigger now a chalkboard. What is an impression device with real chalk? What is very very good. I will get it soon. So. But we want to recommend something new, something special. It's good as the question is coming up. And
it's very good. And you know, some people might say, if only there was something like that, but thinner, that would be even easier, more elegant, maybe.
Yeah, but let's show them this new thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
special.
It's a clipboard. It's a small one, but.
Again, I'll bring this wallet in for scale.
Yeah, wait. I put the.
Yeah, virtually the same size.
So, but look
how thin it is. Look how thin that is.
This is still amazing. So this is an extra. The size is so great. So this is just in set. You get another pen, but this is extra. And we want to recommend Sam Dixon Maddox. Sam Dixon, he put a lot of work in a worker's impression device. Labco is beautiful. It's an amazing thing, and I use it all the time on stage. But this is something from Audience Wonderland. So this is the website where you can get it. And here's one. What is the small one, like a note block. Book.
Yeah,
small one. What you get in the hotels. So organic, so small, amazing. So this is the clipboard from Sam Dixon from Audience Wonderland.
It's very good.
It's very very good. And today it comes an update. What is very 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 new. And
have you installed it?
No,
not yet.
No, but the idea is very good because the most problems with electronic impression device is the connection. So the distance. Labco you get on 35 meters, I think. Master Miracles has also good quality boards. They are similar to Labco. They know each other very well. But this one is like only Bluetooth, and that's not a big deal because when you lost the connection and you get it and they write something down and you come back to your connection, you will get the information. And you will get a signal that the information is there. I hope this is okay for Sam that I spoke about it, but I think this is brilliant. And
I've got a message coming through.
Don't do this.
Oh, Philo, he said stop the recording.
But this is very very good, and I use it a lot. So Mindbuster, Parapet, and the Audience Wonderland.
I do have an answer for this. The answer is for the best impression or peak device. It's the one that you're comfortable performing with. Doesn't matter what it is. If you're happy and you're not worried, the audience maybe saw this, or maybe this will go wrong. If whatever pad you use is making you worried before you use it, then that's not the right pad for you. That's not the right impression for you. And you have to decide whether you like impressions or peaks. And they have their own faults as well. With a peak, you're looking at the original. So you're not going to get any issues with loss of fidelity and quality. But it means that you have to look at the original, which puts you in close proximity to the original. Whereas when you have an impression, yes, you may lose fidelity, but you can be very far away from the actual item that's being used. So it all comes down to what you're comfortable with. I would always recommend using what's more comfortable to you, because it's better to be comfortable, because then your performances will be more authentic. You'll be more yourself. You won't be tense. You won't rush them. You'll give them the performances time to breathe, like a fine wine or a nice cheese. Right, let's have a look at the rest of the questions.
I hope that helps.
Metal bending with or without a gimmick, and what is your favourite gimmick? So I don't really do metal bending professionally, but I can do it, and I've never really used a gimmick to bend the metal. It's normally just a fork bend that I would be doing, bending the tine of the fork. And it's normally for friends and family if I'm at a restaurant and I'm just mucking around and I pick up the cutlery and my hands need something to do.
I do a lot of fork bending and use ungimmicked I'm very
and coin bends. You do a coin bend.
Coin bends, but the work on my fork bend, I can do it with very hard. My forks are
solid,
strong
forks.
So I worked a lot on technique and on my hands, on the power of my hands, because when you are a worker and when you go out on a restaurant, what I do is first I have my own forks, but they are very strong. But it doesn't matter. I check the forks on this location. So and I go to the boss of the location and maybe I have some forks. Don't worry. It's only a respect thing. But for sure I will bend some forks of you because people will ask. So and then I check the forks. So and when I think okay I can do 1 or 2 bends, it's not necessary that you do the whole routine. Sometimes they say okay, can you do this? And you start and shake it and it bends. So done. So you have to practice a lot that you can cover more or less all the forks. And when I have some forks, what I can't bend, I don't bend forks on this night.
Yeah.
Maybe I go for
a different thing.
I go for spoons or something like that, small one. But we have millions of things. But the worst case, what happens is when you say, hey, "Can you bend this?" and you say, "No, I can't do this because then I have to pay." Because when you're on an event where people have money, they don't care about a fork. One guy told me this. Hey, look, I pay a lot of
whatever
money.
they want. I'll pay for them.
Try. And I was happy that I can bend it. It was strong, but
do you ever think of you've got your coin bender?
Yeah, I use a long time the Convex.
Well, with the Convex, have you ever thought about doing like the fork, the other end where the end of the handle where it's flat? Do you ever bend that?
Not with the Convex because it slides off. I have a different gimmick for that, but I prepared for myself, so it's like a self-made one, and I can do this. And I have this gimmick all the time in my pocket because just in case someone comes with a challenge, so
you're ready to go.
I'm ready to go, but most of the time I don't use a gimmick for the fork bending. What I do is I spin the tiny, so the tine I spin this, and there I use a gimmick for what is on the market and what nobody knows that you can do this with that.
Oh, are you sharing it with us today?
No, I don't can. I have no permission.
Permission, yeah.
Permission of the guy who
does it
of myself.
Okay. Right. So hopefully that answers the question. Book test at the workshop was great. Thank you, Frank. That is in Certified Mentalism, special edition. Remember, it has to be the special one from heknows.co.uk. It's the only place where you can get it. If you find it elsewhere, it's a Chinese website or fraud, and you will get a virus. So be warned. That was a prediction. You will get a virus. Great answer. Thank you. Oh, you're very welcome. Let's have both. I have the Luch index on order. Yeah, so I don't know if Luch's index is like his old pocket index. I spoke with him at Blackpool, but I didn't think to ask.
You know him in person.
I do know Luch. Yes, I do know him.
Oh my gosh, you're Mr. Paul Brook.
I know some people. Luch is a lovely guy.
He knows some people, and I can tell you, I have a bad experience with Mr. Paul Brook. Because when we're on Blackpool, we don't have time to share time because he was so fucking famous that all the people grabbing you.
They're all grabbing me saying, I want a refund for this book. Let's have a look. Is Paul still not using playing cards in Mentor? I wonder how if he has changed his mind. Yeah, I still don't use playing cards,
but he likes my effect.
I like Philo's effect, and also becoming more and more closer friends with Christian Greats. He keeps showing me really good card magic to the point where I go, do you know what? What I might start doing is I might start using playing cards just as a hobby. Okay, like I don't do metal bending professionally, but I'll do it as something informally. Maybe I'll do some.
Stay tuned. You will see when Paul Brook performs the first time a card trick here in the Card Shark live stream.
Next year, Paul Brook, card magician extraordinaire.
So we come back in 1 hour and we will show you a massive routine, where it's including some second deals, Yeah, what were some color changes?
Some cops. I've got a really good cop.
Yeah, you can also do you're a very good manipulation. Yeah.
Yeah. I do all the balancing off the chin and all of that. Very good, very impressive.
Yeah.
No, I don't use playing cards. It's just there's so many things to do that aren't playing cards. It's just fun to not use them. And I think if I can go the rest of my life without performing professionally a card trick, that'd be quite a cool thing to do.
Yeah, but you showed me a very good card trick, my friend. You remember? That was very strong.
Which one?
Yeah, that was very
any card at any number?
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's very strong.
It's very good.
Yeah, it's very good.
It's very good. Yeah, no, it's okay. It's okay. But my color, I do like my color change. But
by the way, here's another book. It's It's Your Choice, and believe it or not, the magic number is 13.
I think there's 13 or 14 left. After that, you'll not be able to get one.
Yeah,
it's your choice.
It's your choice.
It's your choice. Do you have it somewhere? Here?
Yeah,
you can show them what to look for on the shop. Let's have a look. I prefer the low tech imp foil and pen. I made one for Thomas Maloney's. Thomas was lovely. He came up to me at Blackpool and we'd spoken beforehand. He did out to lunch and he said,
"It's your choice."
Hey, there we go. This is the one you're looking for.
So also for you, I will open it and to Philo. Good choice.
Good choice.
What more impersonal can you write in a book like? So, that when we start our friendship, it's written like that, very beautiful written.
Oh, great.
And now here's
good choice. I love it.
We have a lot of fun here.
And we do have a lot of fun. Oh, so let's have a look. Oh, look at that. He's got the big guns. Just to give them a size. So this is like a normal, this is the size of it compared to my head. A gun. And but Philo, look at this. Look at the size of this one.
But look. And when you're thinking why
normal Nerf bullet,
Philo's bullet. So when you're thinking why the two guys they have some Nerf guns, because we are working on a routine. So
I didn't think it was. Sorry, I didn't think it was loaded. But it was loaded.
Let's go back to the comments. What we have here?
So yes, look. Cards. No, I probably won't change my mind. There is a few. Lately, I've been digging through some really old books, and I've found some very old ESP card routines, but. I won't be using them as ESP card routines. I think what I will do is release them as, or make it up for myself, a dating deck of 5 types of 5 people who are looking. One person is looking for a certain type of person, another one's looking for another type of person. They'll all have different color backgrounds, and that's how you can tell them. So that all the circles would be all the people looking for just fun, and then the long-term relationships would be a different color, and that would be like having the plus. So you'd have the 5 different symbols, and some of these routines are really good, but not emotionally engaging because it's just ESP cards. It's like, well, think of a symbol that has no meaning to anyone. I may do something like that, but then that's not playing cards. What plot premise, hopefully that answers the question. What plot/premise in mentalism do you enjoy performing the most? Oh, again, very hard.
We can skip.
It is really difficult because there's so many plots and premises that I do like. I do like Spectator as mind reader, and I've got a few routines where the Spectator really looks like the mind reader.
The funny thing is, and this is so amazing. All the time when I speak with Paul about some routines, I come up with ideas, and then he say, "Oh yeah, I have a lot of ideas," and look here, it's written down over there. And then he showed me like 200 sides of 10 routines with this old method. And I think, okay, cool, nice. What the heck?
Yeah, but this is where you need these old things, and you need to look at the old stuff sometimes. I prefer low tech He said, I prefer low tech. I've made my own. Oh, yeah, Thomas Maloney's Out to Lunch pad. Yeah, so Thomas Maloney, he showed me his Out to Lunch pad. He kindly gave me one because someone said that one of his routines was like Mistress Memory, one of my routines using the Out to Lunch pad. So he said, would it be okay if I release it? I said, yes, and he kindly gave me one. It's very nice. It's a pad. It almost looks like the Mindbuster style pad, but it's an Out to Lunch.
Great.
Yeah, so it's smart, so you're at a nice function. You don't want to just have a rubber band around or elastic band around the cards. It doesn't have to be business cards, because some high-end places you don't want to use business cards. You want to use bits of paper from a nice pad, and it's perfect for that. Thanks to Philo and his fork bending lecture, I have what's that say? A gimmickless bending routine in my performance. There you go, Philo.
Great.
Yeah,
cool.
He's very good at this.
Was good, but this lecture, this workshop.
Number one bender.
Yeah, thank you. There was a strong workshop, because after I think 3 hours, also I was like tired.
Yes.
So with everything, we have the next one, 26, I think. So it's cool, it's fun, and we use really good forks, not the liquid forks, something like that.
No.
So, thank you for being there. My friend.
Yeah, I mean, you can do cool stuff with gimmick forks, like the nitinol ones that bend.
Yeah.
You can heat up like glassware and put the glass over it, and the heat of the glassware. Do you know that type?
No.
Oh, so if you get, the nitinol forks, that's the memory metal.
Yeah, okay.
So when it gets hot, it starts to bend. But what you can do is you can put the fork down straight, and then in the microwave, this is only good for videos, really, or maybe some TV things, I don't know, or just for your wife or husband at home. You take a bowl and you put it in the microwave, and you make the bowl hot. Not so hot that you can't touch it, but hot. But you put the bowl over the fork, so you take a fork, you put it down, you put the bowl over the fork, and then you can see through. It's a glass bowl, very important. And you see through, and the heat from the glass bowl slowly starts to bend it. But it seems impossible because you can't get to it because it's a bowl.
That sounds great.
Yeah,
we have to play around with this idea.
How can we remove this from the live stream, or how do we do this? We have Paul. Would you show us your cap game routine? Does he mean the pen game?
Yeah, you mean a pen.
I can't. I don't have the gimmick with me.
No problem. I have the gimmick.
But I don't have the second part, which is the prediction.
But it's really strong.
It's definitely worth checking out. It's one of my favorite ones to do. I did it at my. I had it here for the workshop, but I did it at your part, at the housewarming party here for Philo, and I did it, and so many people had so much fun with it. A lot of German people that didn't speak much English.
It's written in this book.
But you can buy it on its own as well for €15 or something, and it's a download.
But then you need also the.
You do have to buy the gimmick.
Yeah, so.
Which we won't say, but there is another thing to buy. But you may already have one. It doesn't have to be the exact gimmick, but it's very good. I don't know, Danny. I don't know if have you seen the routine? Do you know the routine? Let's have a look. Frank says, if you do card tricks without a phoenix, you're not a magician. I know that's correct. I'm not a magician. I'm a mentalist. It doesn't matter about the size. It doesn't matter about the size. Frank, you're absolutely correct. It's not a Nerf bullet catch. People are going to be guessing this. Spectator as mind reader. Yes, I think Spectator as mind reader is just a really fun thing, because if you do it right and the spectator doesn't know. So obviously, if you instant stooge a spectator, the reaction isn't as good. But I've got some ways to have spectator as mind reader where they have no idea how it's done. By the way, and they freak out. They really freak out, and that was really powerful.
I used in a situation where we were 3 persons, so 2 spectators and me, and both of them was magicians, and they write. One of the guys writes something down on this kind of thing, and I get the impression with the foil of. Paralabs.
Yeah.
And I hold the card, so the thing was here to see, and I told him, so what do you think? He writes down, and the cool thing is later he forgot
that he'd written
that he saw this foil.
Oh,
so but he is like for this guy was a really good experience. I have no idea. I was feeling I see something because he was concentrated on a black pen on a white paper, and only this motion, like
and it just
it's
lodged it in subconscious. That happens quite a lot, you know. People take in more information than they realize.
Then I realized it was different instant staging. So I want to work on this idea. So
I used to like doing, when I did use playing cards many years ago, I did used to like doing a reverse fan. So you have you have the lady. If it's a couple, you have the lady choose a card. You control it to the bottom, and then you reverse fan it. So it looks like you've spread the deck, but they only see the bottom card.
Yeah.
The rest are blank. And then you say to the guy, and this is an intelligence test for the guy, because I'd say, hey, do you think that it's possible that if I were to show you these cards, that your connection to your girlfriend or your wife, it's so strong that you'd be able to find her card just by looking at it? And they'd go, yeah, of course, because they want to be in the good books. And then you do it, and if they don't say the card, they're an idiot, because you've given them a free bedroom pass. That night, they are getting lucky if they say the right card. And all they need to do is look and go, it's the 6 of diamonds, because it's the only one they can see. But do you know the amount of people that you do that, and you show them, and they go, I can only see one card. Yeah, I can only see one brain cell. Jeez.
Jesus. Yeah. Yeah, great.
So yeah, I like the idea that people are excited about Nerf guns. The sale of Nerf guns are going to go through the roof now.
Yeah, I'm waiting on 6 or 7 guns more.
7?
Yeah, I ordered. Everything was big. You know?
So there's going to be a big party here for Nerf gun party, like airsoft.
When I start to, and you know the process. When I come up with some, want to do something with Nerf guns, and we have many ideas. And you will see it on the tour when you're from Germany, what's going on there. But I start to see in YouTube some reviews of Nerf guns. And, oh man, this is... When I saw first time, this guy, he was in his room, and the wall, they have 3 walls.
I've seen that one. Because I was researching as well. I said to my wife, I went, look at this guy has got literally all of it. He must have like €1,000 worth of Nerf guns on the wall, easy.
Oh man,
it's crazy.
Yeah, it's super crazy. So yeah, it's cool, and I love the grenade launcher. The cool thing is
the grenade launcher. Is that what the big one's called? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so it's great. It's cool. It's a big
RPG. Do you have any tips on how to lose the fear of performing for strangers, especially when you're not very experienced? Yeah, so the first thing I'd say about your fear of performing for strangers is that if you're comfortable, first of all, be comfortable with the props. Earlier I said the best peak method is the one you're comfortable with. If you're comfortable with your props, if someone says, can you go over there or can you perform? Then you can go over. It's like you know it. It's like if you play the piano, if you know the tune really well to the point where you're comfortable playing it and you're relaxed. Then if someone says, "Could you play the tune on the piano?" and they give you a piano or there's one just there, you go, "Oh yeah, no problem," and you can do it. But if you don't know the tune so well, then you're kind of hesitant. No, maybe I'm not sure. And a lot of fear can come from not being familiar with your own routine. Were you just throwing a card at me? If he thinks he's Gambit from X-Men. So a lot of the fear can be because the performer is not fully happy with the routine that they're performing. And this happens a lot with people that are amateurs and hobbyists, because unless you're performing regularly the same routines, it can be difficult to get familiar with them. And then by the time you start to get familiar, because you're not performing as frequently, then the next cool thing comes along and you get pushed with all the adverts, and then you buy that, and then you go, okay, I'll learn this one. And then you do it 4 or 5 times. You go, I wish I could get better at this. And then the next thing comes out, and then you buy more things. And it can be this never ending cycle of never mastering a routine. As for being nervous, when I do big stage things, say 2,000-3,000 people, I still get nervous. Like I get really nervous on the wings. Maybe an hour beforehand, I'm in the dressing room and I'll be pacing. I'll check myself ridiculous amounts of times, not because I'm vain, just because I am literally I need to be doing something to get rid of the nervous energy. But as soon as I step out on stage, as soon as I start speaking those first words, I just relax into it, because I know the routines, I know the lines, I know the script. But until that moment, I'm not delivering that script. But as soon as I start delivering the script, I'm relaxing, and then it's okay. I'm sharing. The other thing as well is you're not performing with people.
You're sharing.
You're sharing the experience, and if you focus less on the prop and more on the story and why the story is important and why people should even care, ask yourself, why does anyone care about this routine? And it's one of my big reasons why ESP cards don't really do it for me. Because the story is always the same. They're a random item that has no meaning, and that's why they're used. And they talk about Duke University and Rhine. And it's like, okay, all of that stuff's great, but you can find this out on a Wikipedia page. How can we make this more entertaining?
I have a thing what I do all the time. It's because of the movie Ghostbusters.
This is I was about to say this.
Yeah. Okay. So because there's a funny sequence in this movie
at the very beginning.
In the very beginning, and this is cool when you do it on a stage or when you want to work on stage with ESP symbols. Then this is a very good idea to show the sequence from Ghostbusters, and it's like, okay, it's a funny thing, people laugh.
Or even in close-up, you can just say, you probably remember these from Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
And if they say no, that's fine. They just don't remember the scene. But the fact that you're talking about Ghostbusters and films, it's like you're having a chat with someone. It's a bit more engaging than telling them the history of ESP cards. But the actual bit in the film is very funny because the Bill Murray playing the character Dr. Peter Venkman. Dr. Peter Venkman. He's with a very attractive female, and she's holding up the card. He's holding up the card, and it's like a circle. And he says, "Yeah, and what do you see?" And she can't see the card, and she says, "The wavy lines." And it's a circle. He goes, "Yes, this is very good." There is a man also over there, and whenever they get it wrong, they get shocked. And he holds it up, and it's a plus. And he said, "What are you seeing?" to the gentleman. The gentleman says, "A plus. I'm really sorry." He's like shocking him.
Yeah.
So it's just very funny.
You will find this also on YouTube, I think.
For sure.
Yeah, it's very funny, and it's great to use. And
and if people remember it, they instantly are transported to that happy memory.
You know? Yeah, and then you can go on your favorite ESP routine. So this is cool. This is great.
I think it's really, but have fun. I'm just trying to close that question for what was it? You're not experienced with the routine. How can you get over the nerves and the fear? You sometimes can't get over the fear. Another tip that I say to people is if you're performing for friends, family, or just people that you don't know too well, maybe you're in a pub and you think those people look like they could do with a bit of fun. Go over and just be honest. Honesty and vulnerability is really good. People feel that they need to make like a suit of armor to protect themselves. Go over to the table, say, "Hey, I'm really sorry to bother you. I do this really weird, interesting stuff. And I want to try." Oh, it's following me because I did hand movements.
I know, but it looks great.
It does look good. So
this is good.
I feel like I'm actually doing some kind of weird mental.
No, it's good when you move. It goes.
It does. There we go. Anyway, so you say to them, you go over to the table and you say, "Hey, look, I did this weird kind of stuff, and I'm going to be honest, I want to try something new that I've not tried before. I'm really nervous about it. Would you mind if I try this with you?" And everyone there will be like, no, it's fine. And if it messes up, it's fine. They'll be happy with it. Then just show them something that works, definitely, that they can get some kind of amazement from. But go and show them and be open. Be open to being vulnerable. People aren't trying to attack you. And often confrontation in performance comes from building a barrier yourself to protect yourself. And that barrier rubs someone up the wrong way, or they're just the big alpha male. And if you walk up to a group and they don't want to see you and they say, no, don't worry, just go, "Okay, no problem." And just think to yourself, they're missing out. They're missing out on some great entertainment, some great fun. What is going on? It's going in and out. Let's have a look. Next question. Nerf gun collection seems as addictive as buying new magic mentalism. It may well be. Where we go. Do you have any favorite alternatives out? Hold on, let me read this again. This is very small text, very far away, so I do apologize. Do you have a favorite alternative out when dual reality fails? One cell brain cell. Yeah, sometimes things do fail, and you can have even your outs can fail. So with dual reality, if I'm doing something, are you talking about dual reality on stage, or I tend to only do most of my dual reality on stage because it enables you to have more people prepared to go. So if you, for example, I've pre-showed say 7 people. I have a very good way of pre-showing 7 people, and I might. Let's say it's places in the world, cities in the world, and I'll say I'm going to try something with cities of the world. In fact, if you have a city in your mind already, just stand up. Now, the interesting thing there is the people that you've pre-showed will stand up, so you don't need to look into the audience and try and find out where are they. They'll just stand up where they are, and then you can say, okay, we'll deal with you first, and we'll deal with the audience later. And you pick someone that you've pre-showed and you know they're thinking of, then Cairo, and you write down Cairo, and then you say, what are you thinking of? And they didn't get the assignment in their mind, and that you're talking about this one earlier, and they've changed their mind or something, but they've still stood up. Then we
go for this.
Yeah, there we go.
So, and now...
There we go. Yeah, that's better. So it's not going back and forward. Yeah, so that they haven't understood in some way, shape, or form. One brain cell person, as you said. I think you just sometimes have to say, "Oh, okay, right, okay." So that wasn't okay, but because you've got a backup that you know is about to work, it can make the effect look even stronger because you've failed it. You failed it once with one person, and just brush it off. Oh, do you know what? This is really difficult. It's really difficult from the distance. You're and look around. You're 10 rows back, and you just choose someone you've pre-showed closer. Maybe if I do it with you, you're a bit closer. Maybe it'll work better. And then you go into the routine and you give some kind of reason. Yeah. You just need some kind of backup.
Mr. Paul Brook, you are so unbelievable.
I thought you were going to say
sometimes
attractive and handsome, but unbelievable. I'm unbelievable.
When I look on the right side, he prepared already the show, and he has so good ideas. It's amazing.
It's easy coming up with good ideas for someone so wonderful as Philo. Let's have a look. That's amazing advice. Thank you. You're very welcome, Flawless. But you're flawless, so. You are flawless, so you don't need the advice. It's an interesting one. We're doing close-up and dual reality is interesting as well. I have something I will share with you all. It's a dual reality for a heckler. So when you're doing something for someone and maybe you peek or see something, the guy is there, he's watching you, he's not looking up, he's just looking at whatever you're doing because he's trying to burn your hands because he knows he's going to do something sneaky, and he sees it. He goes, and you see this face. Stop. It doesn't matter where you are in the routine, just stop and go, I have something for you, and point it at him. You pick up the card or a business card and you write on there something. I'm going to give you this. You can choose to share it. You don't have to. You can just put it in your pocket after reading it. But do read it. And I think this is going to make sense, I think. And they read it and they go, yeah. He said, that's right, isn't it? And they go, yeah. Okay, you can share it with people later if you want. Put it back in. Now, all of a sudden, he's back in the game. He's like, okay, this is fun. And he's enjoying himself again. What's actually happened, and to everyone else, it's like you've written down something really important that like you're reading his mind, or maybe something about his character. And what you've really written is you are very perceptive. Because this guy here, who is about to say to everyone, it's the wallet, it's this, whatever it is he saw, it's this. What he really wants to say is, I know and I'm clever. So you need to let him be clever. You need to let him have that moment. So when you write, you are very perceptive.
This is so good.
It's the dual reality. Because what you're saying to the guy, to the heckler, is, I know that you know. I've seen that you know, and I acknowledge it, and you are correct. You are clever. So then that's okay. He relaxes. He enjoys it like everyone else. But to everyone else, if he shows you are very perceptive, they're just going to think it's a character reading. And he can say, oh, it's because I saw it was a wallet. And then whatever it is. But it diffuses that moment.
Yeah, that's great.
And even if he says it's the wallet afterwards, that's better than during the routine. Because if he says it during the effect, whatever it is, then you have no effect. He's destroyed the effect. But if he tells it later, the effect's already been done. People have enjoyed it. maybe they
It's
care
good.
what it is.
This is a very, 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 very good tip.
Yeah,
great.
A very good tip. So if you want to support and donate to the Paul Brook Put Food in His Mouth charity, don't. But no, I've had a wonderful meal here with Philo. Today.
Yeah, or you PayPal me and
PayPal you.
Yeah, and you will get no tracking and
you PayPal you, PayPal me.
PayPal him. So yeah.
Or if you're religious, you could have a PayPal visit. No, we won't go down. We won't go down.
Hey man, it was a fast hour.
It's an hour already.
Yeah, already.
Wow,
it's great, huh? It's amazing.
Yeah, I think it's an hour. Where's the stream time? Oh, there we go. Well, it's just turned 1 hour.
Bye.
yeah. And
hey, I hope you enjoyed this live stream. We will.
I have one. If you want some free mentalism, there's no hard pressure, no sales. If you go to my website, HEKNOWS.co.uk. That's .co.uk. You can have 7. There are 7 books that you can get for free, and you can download them immediately. And some of them have downloadable gimmicks and props that you can make, and they're just there for free. There's no hard sale. You may get like an email saying, "Here, have some more money off in the future," but there's no hard pressure. yeah. What a horrible thing to send to people. But there's no pressure. It's just some free things, and I did that during the pandemic to give people a smile again and get people excited about performing again after a horrible lockdown.
That's cool.
So you feel free to go there and download them. Yeah, take advantage.
That's nice. We will do talks like that in the future more and more because I think we can speak about Karchak products all the time, but I love to have good people in streams and because we was on 12 people there watching because please help us to grow on the international Karchak. So in the German Karchak is very well, lots of solid community, but we have to grow up here, and we want to bring more people like you and give people the chance to speak with you on this way. It's very cool, and I'm very happy about your friendship and about your creative part in everything.
My friendship to who? I'm happy about your friendship. I know. My friendship to Mark Snyder. I'm happy.
DIG Consulting.
DIG Consulting. That's what it is. And look, I can do this with the.
Yeah, you're very.
I can card spin.
Hey, thank you for watching this new live stream this Monday. So have a good rest of the week.
Thank you, guys. I hope you got something from me talking my nonsense, and hopefully it was something valuable there for you. Yeah. If not, I'm sorry.
You can find them on Instagram.
Hopefully you smiled.
We can't put it in down here because I'm not the technical guy. I'm really happy, and as again, thank you to Mark Super that he prepared the stream today here in my studio. Studio it's a bad word when I say I'm not a technical guy.
Yeah,
it's like what is it? A studio?
Virtual studio.
Yeah, it's not a virtual studio. It's a working place, and
this is a virtual. Yeah,
your living room. He's living over there. So, and maybe we will do something in the future.
Yeah, like what?
Like more streams.
More of this.
Yeah, more of this. Talks.
Let people know. Let people
know. This is Mr. Paul Brook, and have a great week. Bye bye.
Cheers, guys. Bye bye.
Bye bye.